Hello, my dear students. How's it going? Welcome to our English class. Today we have a grammar lesson. We're going to talk about the verb have. The verb have is one of the most important English verbs. It's used as a main verb and as an auxiliary verb. But in this lesson, we will focus on have when used as the main verb in the sentence. I want you to know that the verb have has two forms, have and has. It has two forms, have and has. We're going to use have with I, you, we, they, and the plural. I, you, we, they, and the plural subjects like the boys, the animals, the students. Has with he, she, it, and with the singular subjects. The singular subjects like the boy, the girl, the book, the bag. We're going to use have if we talk about possess or own. That's mean if the verb have followed by a noun, it means to possess or own something. Like Tom has a new car. That's mean Tom has a car or own a car. The girls have a good idea. That's mean this idea is for these girls. I have a fear of flying. I own or I have or I possess a fear of flying. When have is followed by an infinitive. What's the meaning of infinitive here? It means to plus a verb without any prefixes or suffixes. Like I have to study, we have to leave. It indicates that something is required. So we can use have when we talk about possess or when we talk about something that is required. Let's take some examples. I have a new toy or dress or whatever. That means I own a new toy or I have a new toy. I have to go. I have to go. That means this thing is required. I have to study. I have to eat. I have to drink. Okay? So, the most important thing is our lesson today is to know when we have to use have and when we have to use has. We're going to use have with I, you, we, they, and with the plural subjects. We're going to use has with he, she, it, and with the singular subjects. What's the past of have and has? The past of have is had. The past of has is had. So what's the past of have and has? It's have. Had is the past of have and has. So we're going to use had with all the subjects. So let's start or let's repeat. So the verb have has two forms in the present tense. Use has when the subject is singular, like he, she, it, or a singular subject like um, the cat, like the singer, the actor, the boy, the pilot, the doctor, the chief, the thief, whatever you want. Okay. Our class has a weather station. When the subject is plural or I or you use the form have. Like Martha and Joe, they are two persons, so this is a plural subject have boots. I have my umbrella. You have a scarf. Don't forget, we're going to use has with the singular subjects and have with the plural subjects. So let's repeat or let's revise. I have, we have, you have, they have. The third person, he, she, it has, and the singular subject. So again, here we have two kinds of subjects. We have singular subjects and plural subjects. The singular subjects like I, you, she, he, it. We're going to use have with I, you, we, they, and the plural subject. We're going to use has with she, he, and it. Let's arrange it by ourselves. Okay? If we have I, you, we, they are plural subject, we're going to use have. If we have he, she, it, or singular subjects, we're going to use has with them. Has. What's the past of have and has? It's had. So we're going to use had in the past with all the subjects, with the singular subjects and plural subjects. The past tense of have is had. We will use had with a singular or plural subject, like I had a yellow raincoat. We had a bad storm last night. We had to go early. We had a vacation after 2 weeks. Or no, had, not after. We use had for the past, sorry. We had a vacation 2 weeks ago. So don't forget, we're going to use the word or the verb had with the past tense. We had a bad storm last night. We had a homework yesterday. They had maybe a soccer game yesterday. Now let's talk about the book titles. The first word and each important word in the title or in the book title will begin with a capital letter. The title of the book is underlined. So we're going to underline each word of the subject, but we will not capitalize the not important words. What are these words? If we have to, in, if we have articles like a and an in the title, we will not capitalize them. So let's repeat. We're going to capitalize. I think I said something wrong before, I'm not sure. But let's start from the beginning. The book titles should be underlined, like here. We will capitalize each word in the subject, but we will not in the subject, in the title. What's wrong with me? We will capitalize each word, but we will not capitalize the small words or the not important words like the letter A, to, or in. Let's see some examples. Pete the cat. We capitalize the letter P in Pete, the letter C in cat, but we didn't capitalize the article there because it's not important word unless it's the first word of the title. Cooking with Pooh. Look at here. We didn't capitalize with because it's not important word. Okay. I like myself. Look, they capitalize each word of the subject. What's my superpower? They capitalize each word of the title. Incredible Me, Humpty Dumpty, Little Kids. Little Kids or Dolphins. Here we have two titles. They capitalize each word of the title, but we shouldn't capitalize the small words like the, like to, like in. Now, get your grammar book, open page number 66. Let's start to solve. The verb have has two forms in the present tense. What are they? They are have and has. We will use has when the subject is singular, like what? He, she, it, or singular noun. When the subject is plural, or I or you, use the form have of the verb. Marta and Joe, there are two persons. So here we have a plural subject, have. I have. You have. Our class, it's singular, has. You understand? Complete its sentence with has or have. I, what should we use after I? Have. I have. Matt, I have new boots. Matt is a singular noun or a singular subject. A raincoat. Matt has. Lily and Jack, they are two persons. So this is plural. Warm mittens. What did they do? They have. Or what about them? They have warm mittens. You have. You have an umbrella. Sarah gloves. Sarah is a singular subject or a singular noun here. Sarah has gloves. I have. We're going to use have with I, you, and with the plural subjects. I have a jacket with a hood. Write one sentence with has, write another sentence with have. Write them on the lines below. Let's write some sentences together. I have many friends in my school. I have 4 sisters. I have a big house. I have a lot of homework. I have a new maybe copybook or book or a new pencil case or whatever you want to write. I have many friends in my school. They have a big family. You must write only one sentence, okay? They have a big family. They have a nice house. And now let's use has in a sentence. She has a beautiful hair. She has a beautiful hair. He has a new ball. He has a new car. He has a new bike. He has a new bike. So we're going to use have with I, you, we, they, and the plural subject. We're going to use has with he, she, it, and singular subjects. Now, the verb have has two forms in the present tense. Again, we will use has when the subject is singular. Oh, we repeat the same page. Sorry, let's turn your page. Page number 67. Open page number 67. The past tense of have is had. We will use had with a singular and plural subject. I had a yellow raincoat. We had a bad storm last night. I is a singular subject, but we used had. We is a plural subject, and we use had. So we're going to use had with all the subjects in the past. Now they said use the word had to complete its sentence. So we're going to use had. Write the new sentence on the line. I, a book about storms. They said use had. I had. That means I had it in the past. I had a book about storms. We, a plan for bad weather. We had a plan. Jim, a raincoat. Jim had a raincoat. Rick and Dan had an umbrella. I want you to notice that we used had with all the subjects, with the singular subjects and the plural subjects. So let's write, I had a book about storms. Number 2, we had a plan for bad weather. We had a plan for bad weather. Number 3, Jim had a raincoat. Jim had a raincoat. Number 4, Rick and Dan had an umbrella. Period at the end of the sentence. Now let's turn our page. Open page number 68. The first word and each important word in the book title begins with a capital letter. The title of the book is underlined. Look at here. The weather today. Let's watch the. Look at here. We didn't capitalize the because it's not important word because it's a small word. It's an article. We capitalize W in the word weather. So write the underlined book title correctly on the lines provided. Blizzards and hurricanes. We will not capitalize and, but we will capitalize hurricane because it's an important word. So blizzards and hurricanes. The hurricanes are a kind of tornadoes, but they form above the water. Don't forget to underline the title of the book. I just finished reading a book called The Weather and You. We must capitalize the first letter, the first word, even if it's not an important word, okay? We're going to capitalize weather. We will not capitalize and. You will capitalize you. So we're going to write. We write it here. The weather and you. We must capitalize the word you. Don't forget to underline the title of the book. Underline it. See the Storm is a picture book. So, See the Storm is the title of the book. We're going to capitalize See the. No, we will not capitalize that because it's an article. It's a small word. We're going to capitalize storm. See the storm. Number 4. Maria has a book titled Predicting the Weather. We're going to capitalize predicting and weather. We will not capitalize the. And don't forget to underline the title of the book. Okay, so let's write it here. Predicting the weather. We're going to capitalize all the important words, but we will not capitalize the small words. And we will capitalize the first word, even if it's not an important word. We read weather science. We're going to capitalize weather and science. Weather science in class today. Underline the title of the book. Use a ruler when you underline it, okay? Jake is reading the book Hurricane Hints. So we will capitalize hurricane and hints. Both of them. Hurricane. And underline the title of the book. Underline it by your ruler. Thank you for listening, grade 2. But let's revise one more time. What did we talk about today? We talked about have. We said the word or the verb have two forms. They are have and has. What will we use with have? We will use I with have, or we're going to use have with I, you, we, they, and plural subjects. We're going to use has with he, she, it, and singular subjects. What's the past of has and had? Have and has. The past of them is had. The past of them is had. We're going to use had with all the subjects. And we talked about the book titles. We said we will capitalize the first word and all the important words, and we will underline the title of the book. See you later, grade 2. Goodbye.